Clear Fork takes their home floor tonight, riding a hot streak. A season's best 3 straight wins for the Colts, who host a high-scoring Fostoria squad with an exciting senior forward and Jay Sean Tucker competing for the right to move on into the districts. It's live and free Sectional Championship Boys Hoops to tip off your Wednesday night, airing exclusively on the OH Report. We've got all the action coming up next.
This is our in-body machine, so you're going to see what you're made of, how much muscle you have, how much fat you have, what type of fat, where is the muscle, where is the fat, and then also super important, how much water do you have and where is the water? Is it inside of your cell or outside of your cell? So the in-body is a super quick process. You get all of this information in about 5 minutes. You just stand on the scale, you hold on to some handles, it sends electrical impulses through your body, nothing you feel, and this prints out immediately. So you'll leave with a piece of paper with all of your results on it, and it will also send it to your phone. We also spend a couple minutes helping you interpret your results so that you can learn what they mean. So you'll leave with a lot of information. It only costs $40. You can get online and sign up for an appointment, or you can call in and make an appointment today.
I like being able to give back to the community, and just our teamwork is really solid. It makes it an incredible place to work because a lot of people enjoy what they're doing and want to help out.
You get to learn every day. You get to meet very unique people. I get to interact with everyone from the clinical staff to the administrative staff. Everyone has something to offer. It's kind of like a million puzzle pieces coming together to make one large, beautiful piece.
Local sports deserve to be done right. We're built for the communities that support the game. This isn't about one season. Every season matters because every game tells a story, and those stories don't stop at the final buzzer. We're here for every moment, big or small. Watch anytime, anywhere on your schedule, and it's always free to watch. This is the future of local sports. This is the OH Report.
That's right, and we're on them right now for you guys with the GEP pregame show. We've got number 3 Clear Fork trying to stay hot, taking on 6-seeded Fostoria in this, the sectional championship in Division 4. Welcome to Bellville, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Brian Skowronski. Joe Balogh is with me here tonight. And the second season has begun, Joe. And I think for both of these teams, if you asked them, the regular season didn't quite go according to plan. They wanted a little bit more success. But that's what makes the tournament so much fun. They've got a second opportunity here to go get some glory.
Yeah, but I mean, the tournament's always special because, you know, it just takes one win to kind of get people really excited about your program. So Clear Fork having a little bit of an advantage here that they're going to be at home, where traditionally they've played pretty well. And a team that went 8-14 on the year, as you said, probably was hoping that they, could maybe get above the 500 mark. But, you get a win here, and then you get a really good chance that you can win another game in the tournament and really surprise some people. So the Colts got to be pretty excited.
And for Fostoria, they struggled a bit this year in the Northern Buckeye League, especially on defense, as the graphic is about to show you. They give up more than 72 per game. Not going to win a lot, and that's why they didn't this year. Trying to end a 4-game slide tonight against a Colt squad, Joe, that they were last in the MOAC in scoring this year. So if Fostoria comes out and they play well offensively, they score about 51 per game, they can definitely make this a contest.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Fostoria, you're just trying to get some momentum to go into next season right now, and a tournament win would give that to you. So they're going to need to play a lot better defense, because if they give up 72 tonight, there's really probably no chance that they're going to win this game.
They do have a really exciting senior player on the inside, though, Jay Sean Tucker. He's athletic. He's a physical presence. See him in the pregame. I mean, he gets up above the rim, Joe. One of the top scorers in his league this year. Very solid rebounder. So it's going to be a tough guard for the Colts.
Yep, and he just needs to get somebody to help him a little bit tonight. I mean, that's going to be the key. If you're Fostoria, you're expecting that he hopefully gets his average and even goes above, but you're going to need that second or third score tonight for them also.
Pre-game warm-ups wrapped up here for Fostoria as they're getting lined up, ready for our national anthem, and Colts as well. And on the Colts side, their second-year head coach, Brandon Baumgartner, came over, gave us a couple of minutes here tonight before the game. So we're going to hear from Coach and kind of his thoughts on the adjustments of becoming a full-time head coach now in his second season and what he has learned.
How to game plan for opponents better. Every year you get to know the coaches you're going against and their styles and what they like to do, and it kind of helps you game plan it for them.
You get a nice home game here, so that's important. Playing here in the Valley, always a big feather in your guys' cap. So to have this playoff game here, just if you can speak on the importance of playing in Les Houndstein Gymnasium.
It's going to be good for our guys. They get to play in front of their home fans. Lately, on tournament time, we're on the road quite a bit. So being able to play a home game, a chance to cut down net, first time we've done it since 2017. So it's a great opportunity for the boys, and they're excited about it.
3-game win streak, best that you guys have played all year, at least on paper. With that momentum, what do you think has been building right now, and what are you seeing on the floor that's allowed them to get 3 straight dubs?
I think they're just coming together as a unit, the teamwork amongst each other. They've thrown some selfishness out the window that we had some mid-season, and playing better as a team and shooting a little bit better as well.
If we're talking to you after the game and you got the win, in your opinion, what would have went well for you tonight?
Just play our game, play good defense, knock down the open shots.
Simple as that. All right, Brandon. Good luck tonight, man. Appreciate you. So there was Brandon talking to us, and Joe, it's been a few years for you, but you remember being a young coach and just how much of a leap you had to take from the first year to the second? Because I'm sure there's a huge learning curve.
Yeah, I mean, it's just I think once you hope when you get your first head coaching job, you feel like you prepare, but then it's just the amount of stuff besides the preparation of practice and the X and O's that you have to do outside of basketball that can really kind of wear on you. And Coach Baumgartner, a Clear Fork grad, I believe, has a lot of pride in this program. And a win tonight would be really crucial for them, just to try to get that momentum of this program kind of getting back on track to what they have had, throughout the years of just being a team that's really tough to beat, especially in this place.
Yeah, they'll be looking for their first sectional championship, I believe, since 18, if they can cut down the nets here tonight. And I think a team that underachieved a bit MOAC was kind of deep this year, but they finished the regular season strong, Joe. 3 straight wins for them, so they do have some momentum tonight. And offensively, you've seen the numbers. They've been coming up a lot. They've been scoring in the 50s more often over the last month or so here in February. So the cohesiveness, as you heard Brandon talk about, it's definitely showing, and they're playing like it's a late season team now.
Yeah, I mean, the 3 wins coming into the tournament are really big, and I think the one thing, if you look at this Clear Fork basketball team, they have gotten better in the second half of the year. They played better basketball. They played some of the top teams in the league a lot tougher than they did in the first half of the year. But to win a sectional championship would just give your kids a little bit more excitement, and you just get to play another day, and that's always special here as you get to the end of February and the first part of March.
Yeah, we saw them against River Valley here a couple of weeks ago. Super competitive in that game. They were around going into the fourth quarter against the league champs. One of the reasons why our player spotlight tonight, we're going with Mr. Cool, Carter Cool, the team's leading scorer. He's got excellent range. We've seen it. Sometimes he'll pull up from about 28 feet and in. Named second team All-District 6 earlier this week. I think he can really be a huge factor, of course. When he's hitting shots, it just feels like everybody kind of feels good about themselves on the floor.
And any time, from the standpoint, if your team starts making shots, it just makes everything so much easier. When you're able to score consistently. And that's been a little bit of the struggle for Clear Fork, is just being consistent in scoring this year. And if they can get off to a good start tonight, that'll be a big confidence booster for them.
Taking a look at Carter, waiting his opportunity to have his name called here at home, as Fostoria having their starting lineups announced right now. There is Mr. Tucker, our player spotlight tonight. And for Fostoria, we'll break down our keys to victory presented by GEP. I'm going to go with contest on the perimeter, Joe, because if Clear Fork gets hot from 3, I've seen it, it becomes contagious. They can have some big quarters if they're really filling it up.
Yeah, and I think from my standpoint, Jason Tucker needs to score for them, but they also are going to need probably at least one, and especially maybe 2 guys if they could get to double figures with him. That would be huge for them tonight.
And on the flip side, Clear Fork about to have their starters announced. For them to get the win, I like them in transition, and especially against a team giving up 72 a game. Get out and run, get some easy ones.
Well, and as I've said, it seems that when Clear Fork plays at home, they just shoot the 3 ball a lot better than when we see them on the road. And if they're able to make shots from the perimeter beyond the arc, they're going to have a lot of success tonight.
Here are the Clear Fork starters. Jacob Brokaw, the second off the bench behind Xander Cyphers. There is Carter Cool. He'll be joined by Trey Sellers, fellow junior, and another junior in the starting lineup, Marcus Hoflick. Kind of undersized for a forward, but boy, does he play like a pit bull.
Yeah, he's kind of that guy that if you're a normal fan, you're really not going to notice him a lot, but if you're the opposing coach, you notice him a lot because he's the guy that's going to just kind of do gritty things. First one to dive on the floor, be physical inside. So he could play a key role tonight, not necessarily just in scoring, but just doing all those little things that make your team that much better.
And he's going to tip it off here tonight against Tucker. It's back tap, and Fostoria will have the ball to start things off.
We take a look at matchups right now. Hopefully matched up on Tucker, so that's going to be an interesting matchup tonight to see if he can hold him below his scoring average of 20-plus points a game.
Julius Smith with the ball, does get it to Tucker. Immediately going to work, and traveled with it, hit the shot. But off that turnaround jumper, one too many steps.
Yeah, just made a pivot and took an extra step. But on that play, you can see his skill. And it looks like that Fostoria is going to be in a 2-3 zone here. So let's see how Clear Fork looks to attack it.
Get it to Sellers, pitch out, Cool from the corner, launches too much. And the rebound taken in by Julius Smith. He's going to pop one from long range, tried to immediately chase it down, knew it was off target, and Hoflick gets the board. Again from that high post area, they'll go back to Sellers on the floor. Hoflick, as you mentioned, he'll get dirty, man. Dives in to force the jump ball.
Well, Clearfork put the ball where they wanted to. They got it into the short corner, and Sellers dove to the rim, but just wasn't able to pick it up. I mean, the one thing in your zone, you don't necessarily have a responsibility to check a certain guy, so Clearfork able to get a second chance opportunity, and Cyphers takes advantage of it.
Cyphers buries the triple, first score of the night. Shoots about 32% from long range this season. Can't match the other way. Marcus tips it to himself. Tipped away. Let's show you that last three.
Julius Smith right now is, not afraid to shoot it from deep. He's shot 2 here. Not able to connect on that second one either. Now they're going to put Carter Poole in that high post, and he kind of steps out, rotates to the wing.
Brokaw playing out near the logo here, just to be able to offer some assistance.
Good kick out pass.
Runner off the drive, hard off the square. Banks with the rebound, Fostoria pushing. Bit out of control, but it falls and one. So Tucker with his first points tonight. Be heading to the free throw line, chance at one more.
But you can see why he averages 20-plus points a game, because pretty quick in the open court, has pretty good skill level, and completes the traditional three-point play.
So a couple minutes in, we're even at 3 each. Sellers been really active from the middle of the floor here. Tried his own shot. Second straight rebound taken in by Tavion Talley. Calling for it on the block. He'll get a touch.
And Cypher's going to have his second foul of the night.
Max Trent checking in here for Fostoria. He's got the inbound. Come right back to Tucker. Cut off here by Hoflick. So he tries for a deep three. And the rebound for Alakai Price, fresh off the bench. Fostoria switching things around here. Well, just matching up at times. As they get an offensive board from Xander. Or actually, that's Chris Ransom back on, or out onto the floor for the first time tonight. Colts really taking a lot of time on this possession. Out to Cool, catch and release. Big rebound inside for Ransom. Carter bullies his way to the cup, but travels. Colt fans don't love it. 1, 2. Yeah, the replay might tell a little different story.
We've seen a lot worse. Euro stepped and everything else, but looked like he might have dragged his pivot foot there, and he gets called for the travel.
spinning inside. Tucker, a series of moves, and he puts it in. First lead on the road here for Fostoria.
And he has all 5 points tonight, so Tucker off to a really good start here, and Fostoria back in this 2-3 zone.
Pull-up jumper, friendly bounce. Ties things up for Noah Goodman.
Goodman just able to split the top of that zone and hit that little runner from about 12 feet.
Smith backs it out with the crossover, moves it here near side. Trent's got Hoflick on him. Ransom defending inside on Tucker right now.
Nice backdoor play.
Yeah, Trent with an excellent pass inside. And I think they're going to call a jump.
I don't know, Brian. They called that Cleveland play, and it reminded me of LeBron.
Felt that a little bit.
I think we could all hear that.
Good cut, but off the knee there of Tavon Talley. So the Redmen turn it over.
Second turnover for the Redmen. But two really good cuts there that they just weren't able to finish the backdoor play, and then out of bounds play goes off his leg.
Hoflick with the hesitation poked away, and he lost it out to Smith. 2 on 3. Looking for Tucker, sleeking down the baseline, and Hoflick diving for it on the floor.
We mentioned already at the beginning, Hoflick just one of those guys, gets a deflection there and trying to dive and save it, but Fostoria is going to retain possession of the basketball here.
Smith's got a nice crossover move. Looking to clear it out down low. Tucker short. Goodman fumble, got it back. Swing it back for Ransom, quick pass, Hoflick, attack mode, missed it. Ransom had it poked away from him as well. Now Tucker, transition 3 off the front lip. It's good off the square. So Julius Smith, offensive rebound and second chance points here for the Redmen.
Well, good effort there by Towler to get that tip, and then able to grab the offensive rebound and get a putback here. So 7-5, Fostoria here with about a minute to go.
Sellers launches. Just have not been able to bury it from long range. Colt's cold from downtown. So we got a blocking foul here on the floor. Colts rotating Ty Pryor in along with Jacob Brokaw. Carter Kuhl returns. Tucker again going to work.
9-5, Tucker has 7 of the 9 for the Redmen.
He and Julius Smith, they've been impressive so far. Off the rip, here comes Tucker.
30 seconds to go. Let's see if they hold for the last shot of the quarter.
Again, there's that low crossover. Generates a lot of movement. Tucker fouled on the gather. Coach Baumgartner saying, I heard a lot of leather in there too. Let's see it.
Price's second foul. And Tucker's going to go to the line for 2 here with 14 seconds to go in the first quarter. Well, interesting, they bring Xander Cyphers back into the ball game, and he has 2 fouls here. They're probably looking for his offense here with 14 seconds to go in the first quarter.
So the lead grows to 5. Redmond out in front here, just 10 seconds to go.
Well,
fast moving first.
Now the zone's doing what they want. They made Clear Fork shoot from the perimeter, not been able to shoot it.
Cool. Short at the horn, so the first quarter in the books. And how about the number 6 seed, just 2 wins on the season, but the Redmond lead by 5.
Feel like I should go. Feel like I should, feel like I should, feel like I should, feel like I should flow.
We carry supplements that are from companies that do a lot of testing. So they will test their raw ingredients. They'll test them afterwards as well. And they're testing for both purity, and then they're also testing for potency. So things like arthritis, inflammatory bowel disease. We have a lot of supplements and also prescriptions we can recommend, and lifestyle type things that can help with that as well.
Great start here on the road. Fostoria out to a 10-5 lead. And even though they've lost 4 straight, Joe, and it really hasn't been their season up to this point, coming out here, playing inspired, and they've got 2 quality players you can see early on in Smith, and of course, we knew with the numbers that Tucker was going to be formidable.
Yep. And Clear Fork's just going to have to make some perimeter shots here. Good drive here.
Swirls out, halfway home. It's now Cool. Down the lane, kicks it. Pryor sends it home.
Well, Pryor with a good drive there, wasn't able to finish it, but then comes right back on a kick-out 3. Big basket for the Colts to start the second quarter.
Tucker might have had that partially blocked by Hoflick.
Yeah, I think Hoflick got a piece of that.
And meanwhile, a foul in the corner will send Carter Cool to the line for 3 free throws. Let's replay that last
They're going to
triple.
call it on the floor.
It was Pryor with the triple. So listen to the referee. He said it came before the shot, but the whistle certainly came after.
Yeah, a little bit of confusion there. If I'm Coach Bumgardner, I would be arguing about that. That's got to be 3 free throws, but play on right now.
Colts come away with nothing. As Trent being forced way out wide here. Good defense by Pryor.
Yeah, Pryor's come off the bench here and given them some energy, both at the offensive and defensive end of the floor. So
Tucker, step back triple. No. But it's kept alive here on the possession by Trent. Julius lost it on the way up. Saves it in bounds right to Brokaw. But deflected, and it's going to be back over to the Redmond.
Fifth turnover of the night for Clear Fork.
Double team Tucker. Just been a fraction off with a couple of those threes.
Had a great box up, but they turned it over again.
Yeah, pocket pick there for Sellers, and it leads to a Boston Trent bucket. Sellers, a lot of hang time on that jumper. Tipped off the backboard out here to Trey. The Colts.
Colts been able to put the ball in the high post where they like it, but just have not been able to convert. But hopefully with another offensive rebound for the Colts. So a third chance here to get a basket.
Ready, turn to the game for the Colts is number 11, Ransom. Also number 2, Goodman.
Ransom, Goodman return. Sellers and Pryor, good minutes. Gonna get a breather. Cool with the window. Overshot everything.
He has not been able to make shots here tonight.
Meanwhile, a lot of contact sends Hoflick to the floor for the turnover. Transition 3. Offensive board for Talley, and he tallies up a couple points.
Talley's first bucket of the night, and the Redmen are up 14-8.
See their confidence growing as more minutes pass off the clock, and Clear Fork cannot seem to figure out the best way to attack this zone.
Well, they've gotten it to the high post, which has been good, and they've gotten some open looks and even gotten second chance opportunities, but it's just going to come down. They're going to have to make some shots.
Fresh off the bucket, Taven Talley.
Eighth turnover, Brian, for the Colts, and that's not a good sign.
Especially against a defense that normally gives up 70 plus. Tucker facing up, gets the screen and the switch. Redmen can't seem to buy one from downtown, but they still lead it by 6. Big bucket here for the Colts. Noah Goodman, his second field goal.
Got Goodman with 5, leads the Colts in scoring. 14-11.
Tucker left it short, right on the doorstep, and then Cool gets fouled. As Hoflick again down to the floor, and this time he wasn't diving. It's been pretty physical on the interior, and for Marcus, as we mentioned, a little bit undersized, about 6'1", 180 pounds. Doing a lot of the dirty work.
That's his first, team second.
Colts fresh off knocking down a trifecta. Looking to build on that here. Cool's not been able to get going just yet. See if he can here. No, connect him well off. As Tucker down the lane domineers to the cup.
Well, that's something if you're Clear Fork you really don't like, because he grabbed the defensive rebound and dribbled the length of the floor, and they did not stop the ball. Tucker with 10 of the 16 for Fostoria.
Meanwhile, Brokaw from the rafters.
Well, the zone is doing exactly what the Redmen want, making them shoot from the perimeter, and Tucker with a nice pass.
It's going to force the hand of Brandon Baumgartner to call a Spherion Mid-Ohio timeout.
There's two things right there defensively in back-to-back possessions you really can't accept as a coach. One, you allow somebody to dribble the ball the length of the floor and really don't turn him. He used his right hand. Tucker went all the way to the basket. And then number 2, they threw over top of the defense, and Clear Fork was not sprinting back and getting matched. So 2 easy baskets in transition, and the Redmen are up 7 with 2:24 to go in the half.
Bit of a surprising start, I think, for both parties.
Yep.
Clear Fork's been playing really well offensively. having a tough time finding it right now.
Well, and we said coming into this game, Fostoria was giving up 70-plus points a game. Only have given up 11 with 2:24 to go in the half. So Coach Cody Johnson's got to be really pleased with how this 2-3 zone has really stifled the offense of the Colts.
Over the top, Tucker read it. Tip to Goodman, he's got 5. Had a shot blocked. And now the Colts will get some free throws. And they need points any which way that they can find them right now.
Well, a little bit of the issue for Clear Fork is we've said they've been able to put the ball in 2 places that you like against the zone. Short corner and high post, but the length of Tucker has been a problem for him.
Yeah, he's got a piece of 2 or 3 shots so far in the lane.
The Colts' first trip to the line tonight, and Ransom misses the first, knocks down the second.
57% on the season, and he'll get replaced in the mix by Sellers. Backdoor pass over the shoulder. Say last touch by Marcus.
Clear Fork calling it, thought it went off the Redmond, but pretty much clearly that the Colts deflected that pass.
Off the inbound, they'll chuck up a quick 3. Fostoria has been really aggressive trying to get into those passing lanes.
Again, ball went to the short corner, but the size differential there, Sellers versus Tucker, not a good matchup.
Clock spinning down to 80 ticks remaining here in half number 1. Goodman keeps the hot hand.
I mean, Goodman doesn't have the prettiest shot, Brian, but you give him some time and space, he's been able to knock it down. So he has 2 threes and another field goal, 8 points for the Colts.
Double his season average of 4 per game right now. Got it down to a 1-possession game, but not for long. Strong take inside in the bucket for Smith.
Well, you've mentioned this a couple times. Smith has got that low, quick crossover. 9th turnover for the Colts, and that's really hurt them as Colts have 9 turnovers, the Redmond only with 3. And it's not as though Fostoria has been able to convert those turnovers into baskets, but it just takes away opportunities for Clear Fork, to have a chance to score a basket.
Colts picking it up here defensively.
Yeah, this is as aggressive as they've been in the half court pretty much in the first half. That's a tough shot right there.
Brokaw pushing. Just lost the handle right in front of the Fostoria bench, and they're energized right now.
Yep. Well, it'll be interesting to see here if they try to double team Tucker at all, because the ball's in his hands at the top. High ball screen. Cool almost deflected it.
Return to the game for the Colts, number 25, Price.
Price comes in over to the sideline with 2 fouls as Cyphers. 3.7 ticks. Get it to Smith quickly.
That foul's not going to hurt you because Clear Fork has fouls to give. So
just the first personal actually on the Colts here in this quarter.
Yep. So, if you want to, you can really use your fouls here to really prevent them from getting a shot at the basket. The only thing you'd be concerned with would be fouls later on, but Tucker with an air ball.
And that'll bring the first half to a close. Colts riding the struggle bus a bit on offense as Fostoria is going to take a 5-point lead here into the break. The number 6 seed with some momentum. We'll tell you about the game by the numbers when we come back for your Global Energy Partners halftime report. Check in on a couple of girls' games we have going down live and free right now on the OH Report. Then, of course, get you all ready for half number 2. It's live, it's free, and it's only on the OH Report here from the Valley.
This is our in-body machine, so you're going to see what you're made of, how much muscle you have, how much fat you have, what type of fat, where is the muscle, where is the fat, and then also super important, how much water do you have and where is the water? Is it inside of your cell or outside of your cell? So the in-body is a super quick process. You get all of this information in about 5 minutes. You just stand on the scale, you hold on to some handles, it sends electrical impulses through your body, nothing you feel, and this prints out immediately. So you'll leave with a piece of paper with all of your results on it, and it will also send it to your phone. We also spend a couple minutes helping you interpret your results so that you can learn what they mean. So you'll leave with a lot of information. It only costs $40. You can get online and sign up for an appointment, or you can call in and make an appointment today.
I like being able to give back to the community, and just our teamwork is really solid. It makes it an incredible place to work because a lot of people enjoy what they're doing and want to help out.
You get to learn every day. You get to meet very unique people. I get to interact with everyone from the clinical staff to the administrative staff. Everyone has something to offer. It's kind of like a million puzzle pieces coming together to make one large, beautiful piece.
Local sports deserve to be done right. We're built for the communities that support the game. This isn't about one season. Every season matters because every game tells a story, and those stories don't stop at the final buzzer. We're here for every moment, big or small. Watch anytime, anywhere on your schedule, and it's always free to watch. This is the future of local sports. This is the OH Report.
Tonight's Sectional Championship showdown between Fostoria and the Clear Fork Colts, all presented to you guys live and free. That's right, no credit card information, none of that junk here on the OH Report. Just good old-fashioned sponsors like Mechanics Bank, one of our longest standing sponsors. Really appreciate what they do for us and the Richland County community as a whole. They are the only independent community bank in the county. Spherion Mid-Ohio, they're proud to support their local athletes. They know the foundations that make great employees are woven into the teamwork, focus, drive, and perseverance given in each practice and game. Stephanie Lane and our friends at Wellspring Custom Pharmacy, they help you choose vitamins and supplements. She can do everything. She makes like custom creams. If you just have a question, they've got all types of different things. You've seen the in-body scan on the promo. They can do blood work, the saliva stuff, and just figure out exactly what it is that you need to be feeling your best. Global Energy Partners, helping communities with exceptional work while utilizing local businesses. American Homestead Exteriors has a commitment to excellence, and it's reflected in their strong and reliable exterior solutions. Give them a call. It's about roofing season. Actually, I think it's here. That snow's going to be gone forever, people. Roofing, siding, gutters, and windows, they can do it all. And finally, Avita Home Health and Hospice, where they provide high-quality community health care and improve the quality of health for families throughout their life spans. Got a quick commercial. Nope, we already showed you guys some commercials. How about this? In just about 30 seconds, I'll bring Joe in, and we'll be back with your halftime report. Stay right there. It's halftime here inside of Les Houndstein Gymnasium as we welcome you inside your halftime show presented by Global Energy Partners. The home team right now, just 15 points through 2 quarters against a team that has been gashed so far defensively throughout the season. But Fostoria, they've got a 5-point lead. Their 2-3 zone is getting the job done. I'm Brian Skowronski. My partner always gets the job done, Joe Balogh. Kind of a surprise, I think, for sure, at least just in terms of the scoring in the game and Clear Fork being limited right now. I was looking at the pass scores for Fostoria. Most of them are up in the 60s and 70s, and we're far from that pace right now.
Yeah, Fostoria's got to be really, really happy with how that zone is affect Clear Fork. Although Clear Fork has 4 threes, they only have 1-2, and it just seems like they've struggled. They haven't been able to get any kind of really like quick, easy baskets. And the turnovers have just killed Clear Fork. And it's not like that Fostoria is pressuring them. They have 10 turnovers. They just have not done a very good job of taking care of the basketball. So they've got to do a much better job taking care of the basketball. It'll be interesting to see if Clear Fork comes out with any kind of maybe full court pressure or half court trapping, because they were a little bit more aggressive there in the last minute of the half. And maybe the depth of Clear Fork, because they played about, I think, 9 kids. Fostoria's only played 6,
right?
And they might be able to wear them down a little bit. But as we've usually have said, the first 3 minutes of the second half can really determine how a basketball game's going to go. And Clear Fork needs to get off to a really good start here.
How about only 3 turnovers so far? So
Yep.
For Fostoria, so for Clear Fork, to your point, you definitely need that number to rise here in the second half. This is a team that typically they'll allow you to take some giveaways and they'll cash them in for some points. So for the Colts, it's probably got to be part of the objective, I would presume, coming out here in this third quarter.
Yeah, I mean, Clear Fork really did not extend their defense at all in the first half. So they did not put a lot of pressure on Fostoria, and they were not able to really create any turnovers in the half court. And I guess that's why I'm maybe taking a look at if they have any kind of trapping defense or full court pressure that they like to use, you might see them get to that. But it's hard to get to it if you don't score. So the big thing is Clear Fork needs to make some baskets and see then if they can jump into some pressure and create some turnovers.
A couple score updates for you guys. Other games going down live and free on the OH Report right now. In the Division 6 district semifinals between Colonel Crawford and the Crestview girls, Lady Eagles off to a big lead, 46-21. The third quarter there coming to a close here soon. We also have the top-seeded Margaretta Polar Bears in action against Lakota, and they lead it by 20 with that game late in the third quarter. If you want to check those out, they're on YouTube Channel 6, also on our main YouTube channel tonight, and of course you can flip through Facebook. We are YouTube only tonight from the Colt Corral.
Well, Brian, we're kind of in that situation here. If you're Fostoria, you'd like to get a score, a stop, and a score, and then you're close to, you're at least at a 9-point lead. It could be a 12. And if you're Clearfork, you're kind of on that reverse. You need to get a stop, a score, and a stop, and you're kind of right back in it. So first 3 minutes here, let's see what happens in this basketball game.
Begins in the hands of the Redmen. Looking to push this out to a 3-score lead. This would do it. And how about their first triple make? It's Julius Smith.
Well, Smith started the game and took 2 threes, maybe a little bit contested. There he had a lot more space and was able to knock it down. And a 3 here.
Looks like the foul's going to come down in the paint.
I think it's going to go on Taller.
See, Hoflick hits the floor and trips him up.
Fouls for called on Redmond's number 23, Tally. That's his first team.
Mid-range jumper knocked down here by Trey Sellers.
Well, special situations of basketball, especially in the tournament, baseline out of bounds play is going to be huge, and Sellers with a nice look there, and they force a turnover.
Here's Trey off and running.
Good job by their Fostoria getting back defensively, and they force the turnover.
Pace moving to a new level right now. Fostoria now getting into a half-court set. Tally really wants it down on the block. Spins, but Hoflick turns him away.
Well, hopefully just involved with so many situations here. Carter Poole going to the basket.
Show you this one back from right after the swat. Carter with good acceleration and draws the foul. Gets him a chance here at the free throw line to get his first points.
One of the few opportunities that Clearfork has had to push the ball in transition. And Poole not having a very good shooting night, but sometimes if you're able to see the ball go through the basket, you can get going. So makes 2 free throws here. Let's see if he can maybe get a little bit more active and make some shots from the perimeter.
Colts riding a mini run right now. Tucker can't end it, though it's swiped out into the hands of Coker. So the Redmen might get another opportunity. They will, but a travel.
Well, only 3 turnovers in the first half for Fostoria, and they have 2 quick turnovers here in the first 2 minutes of the third. Colts down 4. That's the closest they've been since the end of the first quarter. So a chance here to cut it to 2 or even a 1-point game.
Opening things up for Cool. And yeah, he's been well off from long range tonight. As Hoflick, another jump ball. Third time he's been involved on one of those so far in this contest. Swing it back to this side. Now back over to the right. Hoflick surveys. Lost it, but fortunately into the hands of Sellers, looking for another mid-range, and that's his second here in the quarter.
Well, Sellers missed a couple of those jumpers in the first half from the high post, and if he's able to start making those shots, it's going to be a difference. Looks like we got a foul call here. So against Hoflick, it'll be his first.
100 miles an hour downhill here as Tucker, nice low dribble. Just sent Marcus straight to his backside.
So Hoflick's going to get a little bit of a breather here. I would anticipate he won't be off the floor very long.
Might have missed Coker there, going to that opposite side block.
The Clear Fork they forced some tough shots here to start the second half, but they've had a couple opportunities where they just have not been able to secure the defensive rebound.
Poked out by Sellers, tracked down. Now Tucker over that left shoulder.
Tucker's first 2 points of the second half, back to a 4-point lead for the Redmen.
Active ball movement here for the Colts. Sellers, a third here in the frame.
Sellers with 7 points here in the second half. That's been huge. 1 point lead for the Redmen. Clear Fork looking maybe to get a little bit of momentum here.
From the high post. Spin move on Sellers, left well short. Now here's Carter Cool. Colts looking to stampede. Sellers to the rack, but tipped out right before the shot.
But Clear Fork being a little bit more aggressive when they grab the defensive rebound of pushing the ball in transition. And Fostoria has had a little bit more difficulty of matching up defensively. Same out of bounds play.
Sellers just been able to find that sweet spot, that honey hole.
Yep.
Ooh, and now he gets pushed. The referees missed it. There he is on the block shot. And we're not showing it in the replay, but there was some extra chatter, and Sellers got pushed right in the chest. I am shocked that's not a technical.
I mean, you would think one of the officials would have seen it, but they did not. But Sellers goes to the line and converts. So a tie ball game. First time tonight, I believe, that the Colts can take the lead, I think.
And if they had it, it was very early.
Yep. And Trey Sellers on a run here individually. 9 points here in the quarter.
So it's going to force the hand of Cody Johnson. Redmen want their first time out as Clear Fork.
One of the things, Brian, you know, we mentioned, we really didn't catch it on our camera, but give Sellers a lot of credit, not only for, you know, the scoring he's done, but, you know, kind of got thumped in the chest, and, you know, he didn't react at all, which says a lot about his character, because you could easily react in that situation, and then it could kind of get ugly, but just doing a really good job there of going to the next play. But something to, I think, Clear Fork coaching staff making the officials aware of, that, hey, let's be aware of the little bit of extracurricular and not let that happen.
Sellers, as you see there, in his own on a mini run, all of his own right now.
Yep, and hopefully it's going to check back into the game here. As we said, we would see him probably back in the game soon, and I guess you probably would see that they're not going to push Hoflick.
Yeah,
he would kind of be the guy that would step in and you wouldn't want to really mess with. So again, good matchup here, Hoflick versus Tucker. Tucker's got 12 for the game. Just a field goal here in the third quarter, though.
Just keeping an eye on that matchup. I can't help myself. He and Hoflick.
Yep. They look like they're trying to post him, and little double there. Good job there by the Colts. Ooh, then they got a steal.
Smith couldn't secure it. Goodman didn't see the pressure coming, and it's tipped back in bounds. Coker with a nice job. Now Marcus draws the foul.
I mean, one of the things we would talk a lot about, if you had the ball and you were pushing it in the full court ahead, take 2 dribbles and automatically switch it to your other hand. Colts kept it in their one hand too long, and a great job there by the Redmen of sprinting on defense and getting the tip from behind.
Tucker, strong take, tipped up. Tapped around, and Coach Baumgartner asking for a timeout.
I think there'll be a jump ball called, though, which is, I like that call rather than giving the timeout.
Dual possession, Fostoria gets it back. Wanted to get it to Smith,
Great
they
cut.
do. Yeah, gorgeous bend. To
Again,
that
a
opposite
good
side.
job there in a special situation of getting that basket on the baseline out of bounds. Fostoria able to go back up by 1.
He's hit a couple already. Long rebound. Hoflick able to track it down, keeps it in here for Clear Fork. Brokaw down the lane. He's going to get sent to the free throw line. Acrobatic shot attempt that time for Jacob.
Fouls been called on Redmond, number 2, Trent. That's his 3rd foul. Team's 4th. The foul has brought Brokaw to the line. Scoring across is number 4, Cool.
Brokaw's first points of the night.
For the Redmond is number 22.
You know, one of the other things that, as a coach, you would always try to take a look at in pregame to see how tight or loose the rims are. Clear Fork's got some pretty soft rims here, and it showed there as Brokaw able to knock down the first one and then puts the second one with no rim at all.
Colts back in front by the slimmest of margins, but only for a brief moment in time.
Smith with his second 3 of the night, both here in the second half.
Sellers has been that dude here in the 3rd quarter. Lex not to pull up. See if they can find him. They do. Shovel pass. Triple teamed.
Interesting now they switched the zone and Tucker's out here at the top of the 2-3 zone where he had been on the baseline before. Sellers going to be a little bit short with that shot, but an offensive rebound. And he stepped on the out of bounds line.
Sellers going to sit for the first time in this 3rd quarter. Ty Pryor played some big minutes in the 2nd.
Yeah, Pryor came off the bench and got a big 3 and was also pretty aggressive defensively.
Meanwhile, Tucker
is going to turn it over.
Couldn't thread the needle. Had Taven Talley.
Well,
big
after
sophomore.
having only 3 turnovers in the first half, the Redmen have 5 turnovers here in the 3rd.
It's allowed Clear Fork to get back here within 2. Led on a couple occasions. Hopefully turns into some trouble, but creates his own space.
Hopefully really strong with the basketball, which you would anticipate with how he plays.
Pryor off the line, has to come back out. Colts ball movement's been really good in this 3rd. Smith might have got hit somewhere, shook him up a little bit.
Yep.
Nice read, Tucker out on the run. Wow! Hop stepped right around Brokaw, but left it on the doorstep. Brokaw had it tipped out of his hands. Referee said it was because he was fouled.
Well, that is a big.
The foul has brought Brokaw to the line, shooting 2.
Well, Smith gets his 3rd foul, and the Colts going to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, and Smith is a little wobbly out there as well, so he's going to check out. Get the senior Caden Coker back in.
I think he took some contact when hopefully kind of squared that basketball up and banged up a little bit. That would be a big loss if he has to sit here.
Brokaw's got a confident looking stroke from the free throw line right now.
Well, this has been huge in the 3rd quarter. Clear Fork 8 of 8 from the foul line. That's been big. And we're tied at 30 with just about a minute to go here in the 3rd quarter.
Cool out pressuring. Tucker hit him with the crossover, a block shot, and a late whistle. It's going to go on Marcus.
It's going to be Hoflick's third foul.
Caught him on the elbow there on the contest.
Yeah, Fostoria just kind of spread it out. Tucker went one-on-one. He goes to the free throw line and makes the first.
First points in the second half, I think, for Tucker, right?
He had a field goal, so he's actually got 4. He had hit a 2 earlier in the quarter. But again, Fostoria been able to answer pretty much everything here Clear Fork has had. Hoflick with the tip, but not able to get it.
Big boy work down low. Jay Sean fouled again. And he is just fear-free the way that he plays.
Yeah, you gotta find him a little bit earlier. And I think the other thing you got to do is you got to make him use his left hand because he's been really good going to his right. But short on that free throw. Yeah, Sellers going to check in for Hoflick as he has 3 fouls.
Consecutive trips into the Spherion Mid-Ohio free throw zone here for Tucker. And goes 1 of 2. Tucker gambles. Someone's got to be open. It's going to be Pryor.
Great tip there on the rebound.
3-on-3 skip pass to the near side.
Tyler ready to turnover here.
Coach Johnson begging for a call there.
Well, big possession here for the Colts. If they can get a basket, they also get possession of the ball to start the 4th. So a ball screen for Poole to the corner.
Launched that one too firm. Chance if the Redmen recognize. Third quarter now in the books. Good game going here. And the number 6 seed still in front where they've been for most of the night. Fostoria looking to pull off a big upset. See if they can do it when we come back for the 4th.
Feel like I should float. Feel like I should float. Feel like I should.
I like being able to give back to the community, and just our teamwork is really solid. It makes it an incredible place to work because a lot of people enjoy what they're doing and want to help out.
You get to learn every day. You get to meet very unique people. I get to interact with everyone from the clinical staff to the administrative staff. Everyone has something to offer. It's kind of like a million puzzle pieces coming together to make one large, beautiful piece.
Colts are going to have the basketball and just 8 minutes remain, Joe. So you know what time it is?
It's money time.
Yeah, baby. Here we go. 4th quarter action set to begin here inside of the Colt Corral. And it's going to be the visitors with the lead here to start.
Well, good sign for the Redmonds. Julius Smith back in the lineup after going out with a little bit of a bang there.
He and Tucker have combined for 27 of the 33 so far as Cool finally gets his first field goal tonight.
You know, he was a little bit hesitant the last couple minutes of the 3rd quarter, but it's a big basket for him and for the Colts as they're able to tie it. Let's see if they can get a stop here.
Smith cuts back door.
Cool takes a steal.
Easy money for Carter Cool. A 5-0 run for him in the first 35 ticks.
Well, that was one of the few times that Clear Fork's been able to get back-to-back baskets because it seems like Fostoria's really answered. Let's see if Fostoria can answer here with the basket. And Smith's going to hit that deep three.
Whew. Pretty stuff right there. Back and forth we go.
With 11 here in the second half, 15 for the game. And Julia Smith has made 3 threes here in the second half.
Got Sellers in the middle of the zone without a touch yet this possession. He was kind of the catalyst of the comeback, if you will, in that third quarter.
Yep. Cool with a little bit of a kick out. But this zone has been pretty effective so far for the Redmen. They've pretty much done exactly what they want, forced the Colts to shoot it from deep.
Halfway
in and
down.
out.
Redmond looking for back-to-back buckets now. Tucker.
Short, but an offensive rebound.
Foul's going to come on the floor.
Really kind of fortunate they call the foul because Tyler had great position on the inside and was going to get an easy basket.
Carter recognized that. You see he instantly just wrapped up.
So a stack on the baseline out of bounds. But a turnover.
Well read that time by Goodman to get it back here in the hands of the Colts.
Yep. Poole's going to take it from deep.
A lot more dialed in than it was in the first half.
Yeah. Yeah, he missed some threes badly in the first half. Been a lot more online here. But again, the Redmen hanging right into this in this game with a 1-point lead.
Tucker had to use up his dribble there to make the catch. Ooh, I thought that was a double.
Yeah, it was a little late call. I think Pitcher kind of had to be reminded by the coaching staff and the bench, but a double dribble. 9th turnover of the second half for the Redmen after having only 3 in the first. Colts with another chance to take a lead here. And they're going to stick Carter Cole in the high post. And they just set a little flare screen for him, and they call a travel. 14th turnover of the game for Clear Fork, but only 4 here in the second half.
Definitely turned the tide in that department. Been turning over the Redmen kind of regularly after they really protected the ball in the first 2 frames. I thought we might get some chunks here live and free, Joe. I think maybe just spitting out a loogie or some gum.
Yeah, I think he just...
Looking for the ball screen here with Talley. Coker off the back cut. Good find. It's Boston Trent.
Well, Trent's come off the bench and has 6. And Coach Bumgarner is going to use a timeout here.
Just a second timeout for the Colts. 5 points each here in this quarter. Clear Fork did their best work by far in that third, outscoring the Redmen by a couple, after being held to 15 points total in the first half.
But the Redmen just seem to have an answer every time Clear Fork has taken a lead. They've been able to tie it or come back and take the lead. I mean, have a 3-point lead here with 4:48. You know, in tournament basketball, it just seems as time runs down, everybody gets just a little bit more tight. I mean, Clear Fork's been much better in the second half, but again, just have not been able to put together like that 6-0 run. I think they had a 5-0 run maybe there at one point, but seems like the Redmen have had an answer, and it's usually here in the second half, it's been Julia Smith, as he has 11, and 9 of those are on 3-point baskets.
Still a lot of time to go, just under 5 minutes.
Yep.
Fostoria sticking with that zone. It has served them well tonight. And I think they're on track to force a season low in terms of points scored against them.
Yeah, I mean, as we said, they came in giving up over 70. Good penetration there.
You talked about the soft ribs. That was on display on that one.
And Brokaw, but a great pass.
Yes, it was. And Talley knew what to do with it. Instant answer at the other end. Brokaw with the hesitation. And he's got free throws. Let's go back down the other way. And Sellers just kind of lost him. Unless that was Hoflick's assignment.
Fouls been called on Redmond, number 30. No. 23.
This is the dude you want at the line right now. Jacob Brokaw's been great. Continues that trend. Only shot 56% in the regular season, but he's perfect, I believe, right?
Yes, he is. Unless you jinx him here.
Of course, Joe.
But a big offensive rebound.
And another kept alive by Cyphers. Get it back to him. He's going to pop a three. Look at Hoflick. What a read. Like a linebacker diving on top of a loose football. Brokaw from the corner. Would have blew the
Hoflick
roof
again.
off. Not sure what happened.
Hopefully called a timeout, I believe. He got banged up and called a timeout.
Colts still have 2 remaining, just past the midway point here of quarter number 4.
Well, tremendous effort as they got not only a second, but a third and a fourth opportunity for here to score. And a lot of that credit goes to Marcus Hoflick with just his effort plays to keep the basketball alive. So the Colts with the ball baseline out of bounds. We've seen twice where they've run this baseline out of bounds, and Sellers has got a little jumper right at about the 12-foot mark. So in a stack look here, let's see what the Colts can run. They're going to throw it to Sellers at the top, and they're going to call a push.
It's going to be the 4th now on Julius Smith.
That's a big foul right there. Smith got as his 4th. Not sure how much he hit him, but he bumped him enough that they called the foul. So the Colts again with another opportunity to tie this ball game or take the lead.
Cyphers lines it up. Just couldn't drill it.
Cyphers with 1-3 for the night.
Starting to get to the championship minutes here for this sectional title. Redmond have led most of the way tonight. It's been a seesaw battle here in this second half. Brokaw.
Turnover. Turned it right back, though.
And Tucker lost it on the way up. And Jacob foul. That'll be the 3rd on the Redmond here in this 4th quarter. So some missed opportunities all the way around in about the last 25 seconds. Cool now flash into the middle as they'll go 5 out. Cyphers in his sights.
Pull at the rebound.
Blocked and up and down, jump.
Wow. Colts just cannot find that rhythm. A great job of getting an offensive rebound. But Cole gets a jump ball.
Our Wellspring scoreboard's been sitting at 40-38 here for a little bit.
You would expect either Smith or Tucker to get a look here.
Down to the floor, Sellers try to throw it off of Redmond.
Yeah. Sellers, good effort there. Both as Smith and Sellers went to the floor. The Redmen retained possession. Right now you better be aware of Tucker on that low block. Tucker's shaking his head, no, don't throw it.
Touchy foul out wide here on Hoflick.
Hoflick with his 4th foul. I mean, that's usually they've kind of allowed you to put one hand on a player, but as soon as you go 2, but Hoflick a little bit frustrated there. And Tucker catches here in the corner again. Great pass inside, but not able to finish.
Sophomore had a good look. Now here's Cool. Push into the corner for Sellers. No.
Just cannot get the big basket to go.
Brokaw.
Nope.
A lot of looks here for the Colts. Now they'll foul. It's the 3rd on the Colts. Both teams with 3 personal fouls here in the quarter.
Well, the Colts have had 5 or 6 open looks, and they have just not been able to make a basket here. A basket here by the Redmen would be huge as we run to the 2-minute mark. We're going to have to get out and pressure here. They almost get a turnover, not quite, but they will turn it over here.
Zips into the backcourt. Strong defensive effort here for the Colts on defense.
Well, 12 turnovers here in the second half for the Redmen. The Colts just struggling to get a basket here.
Both sides on offense just not able to get it going here. As it boils down to the final buck 45, still just a 2-point game. Sellers releases and it's short again. There's Coker finding Tucker and just barreled right through Sellers. It's going to be a blocking foul, and that will put the Redmen in the bonus moving forward. Every possession so critical now as Tucker spins and hits.
His second field goal of the second half, but that's a huge one as they go up by 4.
Brokaw with the runner about 6 seconds later, wasting no time.
And here's the first time that the Colts are going to look like they're going to look to get a trap, and they're going to get a steal.
Pryor throws it away though. Left his feet. Big no-no right here. Oh, I think it might have been tipped, Joe, and Sellers just didn't realize it. Double team tied up, another jump ball.
See, Brian, this is exactly what I don't like. The play is all the way across the court. This coach calls a timeout.
Yeah, there's no way you can award that.
And they're going to give a timeout.
Oh, they are.
And not a jump ball.
Let's see this again. So clearly it's dual possession, if not clear fork possession, when that timeout call comes in.
That's, as I said, that's one of the calls right now that bothers me a lot in the game. Is a lot of times loose ball on the floor. The play's far away. I'm not really sure how you can determine that timeout was called with them having possession.
Hasn't been a lot of offense here in the fourth quarter. but we had these back-to-back buckets. Tucker stretched it out to a 2-score game, and then immediately after, there was Brokaw downhill.
Well, with 50 seconds to go, the Colts are going to have to decide who they're going to foul.
And you've got all the data, Joe. 10 pages of stats here for Fostoria.
Trying to find it. It looks like Tucker shoots 80%. Excuse me, Tucker shoots 65, and Smith shoots 80. So you really want to foul somebody besides those two.
Get it into Boston Trent, right back to Smith. Ooh. Now Cool will commit the personal here on Max Trent. Sophomore in a big spot. Redmond with just 2 wins on the season, folks. They have not been in this position very often, too. Plenty of blowouts. See how they handle it here over the last 42 seconds.
Well, big thing right now is you got to make sure you box out. You got to box out that Tucker. 1 of 2 big free throws. They got a 3-point lead with 40 seconds.
Best the Colts can do is tie here with a triple.
You're going to have to look to attack this a lot sooner here quickly.
Brandon calls his second to last timeout. So we're right in the same position we started the fourth quarter at. Redmond up by 3.
Yep.
Colts with the basketball in just 29 seconds.
Well, right now, whatever your best zone set is, whether to get a 2 or a 3 is the most important. You don't necessarily need to shoot a 3 here, but you get a quick 2 and then look to trap and possibly foul. But you're going to want to go pretty quick here to get a good look.
Coach Baumgartner still drawing it up.
Well, and many times, you know, especially in the second half of the season, coaches have worked on these kind of special situations when you're down 1 with certain number of seconds, down 3. So I'm sure that Coach Baumgartner's got something that they've run before. Ball's going to be out of bounds on the sideline. So I would anticipate you're probably going to look for something with either Cool or Sellers to get that look.
See what they start with here. They'll just open it up. Cool straight away. We are even at 43 each.
Well, just a simple screen at the top of the zone. And now you got to play good defense without fouling here.
Down to 10 off the fake. Bounce picked up. Here's the sophomore in the corner. Tally straight to Rack City. And he'll head to the free throw line with just 3.6 seconds remaining. Wow.
It's a tough call, Brian.
Yeah, the body contact there. You thought the Colts defended it pretty well.
I mean, talk about the principle of verticality. It's pretty straight up and down there.
Taven Talley, 5'11" sophomore. Probably the 2 biggest free throws he's shot in his career so far.
Nope.
Looked a little flustered right off the release.
Well, the big thing right now is you got to box out. But on the other part, if you're Fostoria, you only have 3 team fouls. So right now, Trent and Tucker can be really, really aggressive trying to get to the offensive glass.
He missed them both. Instant timeout taken, and the last for Clear Fork. And you've got some options now for the Colts. Carter Cool's knocked down a couple of 3. Sellers feels like a confident shooter right now.
Well, the difficulty here at Clear Fork, you can see the ceiling's not very high.
Fair.
So to try to throw a long pass, you got to be really careful that you don't hit the rafters, because if you hit the rafters, Fostoria is going to get the basketball underneath their basket. So I think if you're Clear Fork, you got to look for something, maybe a cutter, and trying to get a pretty much like a really hard baseball pass, maybe towards the half-court line. If you catch it with 3.1, pretty much, if you have 3 seconds left, you got 3 dribbles. Usually that's the rule we said you have. Whatever the number of seconds, that's the number of dribbles that you have. So, maybe 2 dribbles and then really look to get a shot or try to create some contact and get to the – well, that's the other point. Fostoria's got a foul to give. So if you're Fostoria, as soon as they catch the ball, I'm fouling, making sure that they're not going to shoot it. But it looks like Fostoria is just going to stay back in this 2-3 zone. Now they're going to extend out a little bit.
They'll bring Julius Smith up to the half-court stripe.
But you got a foul to give, so you would look to give that foul. Right now you can give it.
Trent's not going to do it. Sellers off the side iron, and 4 quarters not going to be enough, folks. We are headed to overtime here at the Colt Corral. We're taking a commercial timeout. We'll be back for the extra session.
Carry supplements that are from companies that do a lot of testing. So they will test their raw ingredients. They'll test them afterwards as well. And they're testing for both purity, and then they're also testing for potency. So things like arthritis, inflammatory bowel disease. We have a lot of supplements and also prescriptions we can recommend, and lifestyle type things that can help with that as well.
4 more minutes of basketball here at Les Houndstein Gymnasium. Overtime between Clear Fork and Fostoria. The number 3 seeded Clear Fork Colts trying to punch their ticket into the district for the first time in about 8 years. And Fostoria, what a great building block this would be for them if they can come here on the road and get a win.
Yeah. So the team fouls stay the same. So right now, Fostoria will be shooting 2 free throws. Fostoria with only 3 team fouls, so they got a foul to give.
And Hoflick just got thrown to the floor.
Yeah.
Officials have missed a couple tonight.
Yeah.
He slots that one out, and it'll be Redmond basketball.
Yeah, a little off the ball extracurricular there, and hopefully just got thrown to the floor, but no call.
He's just one of those personalities. If you're on the opposing side, you want to throw him to the floor.
Yeah.
Lucky that the officials didn't see it. Trent, nice catch. And Brokaw, shade behind. As this runner tipped around, and Jacob with the rebounds. Pushing ahead, a 4-on-3. Brokaw, hop step, pretty play.
Really nice finish by Brokaw there. Little reverse layup, not an easy layup to make, and he avoided, having a charge. But Smith, wow.
He's been cooking with the salt in this second half.
Yeah. 4 threes in the second half, 14 points in the second half. As we said, it seems like Fostoria just has an answer every time Clear Fork makes a little run.
Off the head and shoulders fake. Tucker was trying to say that he knocked it off a tray. Slow it down. We'll see if we can recognize. I think he avoided it there with his right leg.
Yeah, Noah Brokaw going to check in for Ty Pryor. Brokaw has 2 threes on the night, but both of them were in the first half. Nobody in the high post right now. You can get that gap at the top.
Yeah, the Colts really got it spread out here as Goodman launches and hits.
Well, great substitution by Coach Bumgardner as Goodman comes off the bench and knocks down the three, and the Colts have a 2-point lead.
He's been great. Double figures now for Goodman. Tucker forces a three, but Talley working inside. Poked away. Goodman again making an effort here for the Colts.
Big steal there. And Clear Fork's going to spread it. Fostoria might be forced to go to man for the first time tonight. Right now they're going to stay in the 2-3 zone.
Marcus down the baseline. Picked up by Talley. Sets up Goodman. Can he do it again? No!
And a foul. Not really sure if that's the shot you wanted with a 2-point lead and under a minute and a half. I mean, if it goes, it's huge. But a foul on the rebound.
And the overtime in high school is an extension of the fourth quarter in terms of the foul, so it will be bonus action, but they put Taven back at the line, and he missed two when he had an opportunity to win it.
Yep, he missed two. So again, important part here is you want to make sure, if you're Clear Fork, that you're boxing out. Talley, 3 in a row he's missed.
And the Stampedes really come alive.
Yeah.
The energy's greatly picked up in this building.
Yeah. They got to make sure they box out Tucker here. That's a big key right now.
Air ball. Talley with 4 big misses here down the stretch.
Yeah. And that's going to be his 5th.
So the night for Julius Smith is over. What a valiant effort for this junior.
Smith, yeah, really special here in the second half. As we said, 4 threes, 14 points. I mean, the Colts right now, it's got to be a layup or you're going to the free throw line. I mean, right now, whoever the Colts' best free throw shooter, they need to put the ball in their hands because they're going to get fouled.
Clock submerging under a minute. And you do get an extra timeout. The Colts
use it.
Will burn it. Fun finish going in this game. See a growing YouTube audience out there. Hope you're enjoying what you see.
One of the big things you need to do if you're Clear Fork when you get trapped is you need to rescue the basketball. And what I mean by that is you got to make sure you're coming to the ball. And we used to have a slogan of when you get trapped, you're going to make a read. You're going to read the sideline, the middle, ball reversal. Then especially we're in the half court here, look to the back side of the rim because usually when teams trap, they're all rotating. And if you throw it to the backside, that many times has been open. So the Colts are going to need to make sure they take care of the basketball, be really strong with it here because you're going to the free throw line on a foul.
Two-win Fostoria's played really well here on the road tonight.
I mean, Trey Sellers, Carter Cool need to look at the ball in their hands. Cool, an 80% free throw shooter. Trey Sellers at 75, above 75%. So those two guys need to have the ball in their hands.
Cool had it swiped away. Carter knocked out of his hands again.
Wow. A lot of contact there, Brian.
Yeah, I think the Colts have been on the raw end of a few calls here tonight, and
he got whacked.
Wow.
He got whacked on the arm hard.
Yeah, that should have been free throws for sure. Colts are in the bonus now.
Don't need to worry about rushing to get across. You got 10 seconds. Sellers or Cool need to get the ball in their hands. Just hold it. Just hold it. There you go. I mean, right now, Trey Sellers and Carter Cool, they just need to make themselves available as much as they can. As we said, Sellers a 75% plus free throw shooter. Cool at 80%. 2 free throws. Sellers is 2 of 2 tonight from the line.
Cash is out. The next one, the biggie. Get the senior Chris Ransom back out here for defensive strategy.
Well, I think if you're Clear Fork, you just got to make sure you're going to double Tucker, make the ball get out of his hands.
Couldn't knock it down as Tucker immediately steps into a 3 and hits. Monster shot here for the Redmen, evening things up at 49 apiece. Clock fading down to 19 seconds. Almost a foul. Cool from the rafters. Balogh bails him out. But the Redmen pick it up and a timeout taken. Full timeout. They'll have 7 seconds. But how about this shot to tie it, Joe?
Well, they defended it about as well as they could.
My goodness.
And he just made an incredible shot.
Great ending here tonight at the Colt Corral. Fostoria can break a lot of hearts.
Yep.
Here with 7 seconds left. Julius Smith lost for the night. 5 fouls on the sideline, so you know Jay Sean Tucker, he's going to be that guy.
Well, you're going to have to try to get the ball out of his hands if you can, but you're going to have to make sure you cover the rim so you don't get somebody cutting wide open underneath the basket. So it looks like Cool's going to be matched up on Tucker, and actually they're going to kind of double team and see if they can keep it out of his hands here. Good job of making him catch it in the backcourt.
Yeah, Trent didn't know where to go. Now gets it to Boston. And another timeout.
Yep.
Does he have
1.7, yeah. They had 4 coming into the overtime, so they still have 2.
So 1.7, Joe. What's in the arsenal here? Not a lot, I can't imagine.
Well, you got the ball side out of bounds. You're going to have to try to find Tucker on some kind of cut. I mean, Clear Fork did a really good job there of forcing somebody else besides Tucker to handle the ball, and they didn't seem like they really knew what they wanted to do. But want to be aware of any kind of back screen. But again, the focus is you got to be able to try to keep the ball out of Tucker's hands, make somebody else shoot the basketball. And most importantly, you don't want to foul. I mean, both teams here are in the bonus. I mean, see if Clear Fork puts a guy on the inbounder to try to distract. Well, this is interesting here because Tucker's taking the ball out of bounds. So you got to anticipate the ball is going to maybe come right back to him. They're going to flash 5, and he's going to try to catch it right back.
They'll get it to him for the win. 5 quarters. Not going to get it done here in the Valley.
Good play drawn up by Coach Johnson. I mean, many times the most dangerous guy is the guy taking it out of bounds. And just a simple flash and then a nice pass, and Tucker able to get a good look at the basket, but not able to knock it down.
Here it is one more time. There's a nice bounce pass right behind Price.
Well, Price really shouldn't even take a look at the basketball. I mean, I know that's difficult to do when you're in the game situation, but he probably should have just stayed right matched with Tucker right away. So
Scoreboard operator just turned around and said, it's been one of those kind of nights so far.
Well, the big thing right now for Fostoria is they're going to be without Julia Smith, who had 14 points here in the second half. So if you're Clear Fork, you got to really focus on Jason Tucker and trying to make his looks as difficult as possible.
Double overtime from Les Hounstein Gymnasium. Winner gets to cut down the nets as sectional champs.
And they steal the jump. Good job there by Sellers. Again, 2-3 zone.
Both teams going to be in the bonus
And
all
they
quarter.
ran that same play of Cool. They just screened the top of that zone and Cool went right down the middle. So a great set by Coach Bumgartner to start the second overtime.
Carter with his 11th point.
As we said, Cool, an 80% free throw shooter on the year.
He, Brocon, Goodman all in double figures tonight for the Colts.
Not able to knock down the second one, though.
Tucker tips to himself and makes a curious decision. Deep court pass picked off, intended for Tally.
I mean, if you're Clear Fork, you're looking for a layup here or looking to get to the free throw line, but they turned it over.
Swatted away by Coker. They'll double team here at midcourt.
You better find this guy, number 4. That's the guy you got to focus on right now. And Chris Ransom matched up on him right now.
Contested shot at it. Falls in.
Boston Trent with his 8th point of the night. Not an easy shot there. I mean, the Redmen had just been able to answer pretty much all night.
Colts' largest lead, I think, has only been 3.
Would really like to see him try to attack this zone. Maybe come back and run that same play that they ran to Cool. Sellers
finds the bottom. Big shot right in front of the Stampede.
Sellers with 13, and all of them have been in the second half. A stop here would be huge for the Colts.
Boston sizing up the defense, calls for the ball screen, goes opposite.
Big rebound by Sellers.
Right back to Trey, and he's on the way to the free throw line.
Yep. Made good decision there by Clear Fork. Push the ball. If you got a layup opportunity, take it. Then more importantly, the guy that's taking it that gets fouled is Sellers. And he is 3 of 4 from the line tonight. And a 78% free throw shooter on the season. So for playing analytics, Brian, analytics are good. We'll see if they work out here. Oh, in and out. That hit about every part of the rim. Rim was not kind on that one. Let's see if he can knock down the second one. This would be big.
For a 3-point edge.
Yep.
Pure.
Well, you gotta help on any ball screen here, and here they're gonna ball screen, and they're gonna call a foul.
Jay-Sean did a nice job out here at the half-court line of just never stepping beyond the boundary. It was close.
Well, and the big thing is that's Sellers' 4th foul. Tucker 6 of 8 from the line tonight, going for the second one of 2. And he missed it.
Clean block out that time by Carter Cool.
Yep.
Colts still up by a couple to make it a 5-point lead. No. Quick decision trigger that time by Cyphers.
Yeah, I mean, if it goes, it's big, but you got a 2-point lead and you're going to the free throw line.
Side iron save back in. Cyphers couldn't control.
Yep.
Backdoor cut in a huge basket here for Fostoria. All square again, 54 each, only 70 seconds to go. Double overtime here at the Colt Corral.
And I think if you're Clear Fork, you need something, a wide open jumper, or you want to get something going to the basket. And it looks like the Colts may hold.
We talked to Coach Baumgartner about this exact situation before the game with about 40 seconds, trying to hold for the final shot. Can make you nervous a little bit as a coach.
Yep.
Cool's got an opening, hop step to Cyphers. Relocates, he's gonna send again this time. It's a huge shot for Clear Fork.
Well, he's a confident player. That's a big time shot right there.
Second made three for Cyphers. Almost a turnover for the Colts.
Man, right now you just got to face guard Tucker. Don't let him get the basketball. Stay down. Don't foul.
Misses front iron. Here's Balogh racing into the front court. Time running away, and the Colts have survived double overtime. Clear Fork will get the sectional championship. The kahunas on this shot for Xander Cyphers to win the ball game.
Not just a three, but a step back three. Wow. Well, we said tournament basketball is exciting. This was a pretty exciting game right here.
The Stampede storms the court. The party's on here in Bellville. What a scene here at the Corral. Awesome ending here on this Wednesday night as the Colts will move on to districts. We're going to take a commercial break. We'll be back. We will have the net cutting ceremony. We got to talk to Cyphers about that shot. 4 players for Clear Fork in double figures. The post-game show presented by GEP. We'll be back here in just a handful of minutes. Stay right there.
This is our in-body machine, so you're gonna see what you're made of, how much muscle you have, how much fat you have, what type of fat, where is the muscle, where is the fat, and then also super important, how much water do you have and where is the water? Is it inside of your cell or outside of your cell? So the in-body is a super quick process. You get all of this information in about 5 minutes. You just stand on the scale, you hold on to some handles, it sends electrical impulses through your body, nothing you feel, and this prints out immediately. So you'll leave with a piece of paper with all of your results on it, and it will also send it to your phone. We also spend a couple minutes helping you interpret your results so that you can learn what they mean. So you'll leave with a lot of information. It only costs $40. You can get online and sign up for an appointment, or you can call in and make an appointment today.
I like being able to give back to the community, and just our teamwork is really solid. It makes it an incredible place to work because a lot of people enjoy what they're doing and want to help out.
You get to learn every day. You get to meet very unique people. I get to interact with everyone from the clinical staff to the administrative staff. Everyone has something to offer. It's kind of like a million puzzle pieces coming together to make one large, beautiful piece.
Local sports deserve to be done right. We're built for the communities that support the game. This isn't about one season. Every season matters because every game tells a story, and those stories don't stop at the final buzzer. We're here for every moment, big or small. Watch anytime, anywhere on your schedule, and it's always free to watch. This is the future of local sports. This is the OH Report.
Back here at the Colt Corral for the special presentation here of the net cutting ceremony for the Colts, as they have won a dramatic sectional championship here. Needed a couple of overtimes to do it, but they end Fostoria's season 57-54 in 6 sessions. I'm Brian Skowronski. Joe Balogh is with me, and looking up here at the banners, Joe, 2017, the last sectional championship here in the Valley. So it's been kind of a long wait for them, a decade.
Yep.
And even with the redistribution in the 7 divisions and taking on a team like Fostoria, never gets old. You get a piece of the gym literally to take with you. It's one of the coolest things in all of sports.
Yeah, that cutting is really, really special, and for these the Colts, especially their seniors, it's going to mean a lot. So, man, exciting basketball game, though. Wow.
Yeah, super fun. Boiling down to the wire on multiple occasions. 4th quarter, overtime, and double overtime. And a lot of drama. I think a lot of sweat beads, even from us media folk up here, just the intensity of the game.
Yeah, I mean, if we look at the game, one of the couple things come out. You know, you see Clear Fork out-rebounded Fostoria 35-26, but out-rebounded them 16-6 at the offense end. So second chance opportunities were huge for the Colts. And the other part was the Colts were 1 of 2 from the line in the first half, and then for the game they go 13 of 18.
Yeah.
And Fostoria missed some big free throws down the stretch as they go 7 of 14 for the game. So a lot of times we say rebounding and free throws are a big difference in Clear Fork's ability to win that free throw battle were key, but of course the big shot by Xander Cyphers was the winning field goal as the Colts make 10 threes for the night, 6 in the second half. And you know, one of the things we said was they had to make some three-point shots. A lot of them were not pretty, the ones that they missed.
Yes.
But they found a way to win, and that's kind of what you want to do in the tournament. You just find a way to win.
Here comes the hero, the senior Cyphers.
Yep.
Hit the three. Let's show it to you guys one more time.
As I said, it's not just an open three. It's a step back, one dribble slide three, and it was well contested.
Wild shot for the victory to punch their ticket into the districts. We'll show you these final stats presented by Global Energy Partners. Here they are. You talked about the 10 3-pointers. Absolutely huge for the Colts here tonight, who also win the rebounding battle. And then after only forcing 3 Redmond turnovers in that first half, they were able to get a lot more deflections and just create a bit more chaos on defense.
Well, that's the other stat that comes out is they forced 15 turnovers in the second half. That was big. And it was just their pressure in the half-court defense that helped them with that, as they didn't really extend their defense a lot. But taking away opportunities for Fostoria to get looks at the basket when you force that many turnovers the second half was huge.
Colts getting their piece of history right now, and Brandon Baumgartner, his first sectional championship as a coach.
Yep.
Big ovation. Cool moment for Brokaw to catch that. Yep. As the Colts will now take a team photo. We're going to have to get one ourselves. And then what are we thinking for MVP? Obviously, we got to talk to Xander.
Yeah, talk to Xander, but I think the guy that's our MVP would be Trey Sellers with the second half that he had. He scored 14 points and really made some key baskets when the Colts needed it, just to keep them in the game and then get it extended into overtime. So, but I think, as you mentioned, Brian, I think the Colts had 4 guys in double figures, which was huge for them.
Really balanced scoring for the Colts. Every time it felt like they were going to make a run, Fostoria immediately came back with a big bucket until they didn't, right at the end of double overtime, allowing Clear Fork with that game-winning 3 to cut down the nets.
But there also was a big 3 out of a timeout that Noah Goodman made, that Coach Baumgartner made the substitution. He came in and knocked a big 3, I think, to tie it or give them the lead. So Colts feeling good. They get a chance to play again. Not sure exactly. Let's take a look at when that date would be.
Oh, it just so happens I've got the bracket here, Joe. Shall we take a look?
I've got it underneath some papers here somewhere.
Here it is. Here's what lies ahead.
Yeah, they'll play at they'll play.
It is at Mansfield Senior. Oh, I don't even have dates on here. Yeah, you're going to have to tell us the dates.
It's the 3rd, so it'll be Tuesday the 3rd that they play. I don't think it's at Mansfield Senior, though. But, it might be.
Yeah, I think that first one is.
Yeah, it's at Mansfield Senior, but then if they would win, that team's got to go to Paulding.
Correct.
To play. So the first game, this will be at 7:30 on next Tuesday. The first game of the night will be, if Shelby wins, it would be Shelby in Ontario. And then this would be the second game. But the winner of Clear Fork, they play the winner of Gallion and Upper, who play tomorrow night. The winner of that game would play at the second game at Mansfield Senior on Tuesday, March the 3rd. So a little early March Madness tonight.
Indeed.
don't know what we call this, February fanatics or something, or February frenzy, something.
There we go.
But, yeah. It's what makes tournament basketball special, though, is, games like this, that everything's on the line, and if you win, you get to play and practice another day, and if you lose, your season's over. So congratulations to the Clear Fork Colts.
All right, we're going to grab a couple of them. We're going to take another commercial timeout. We'll be back with your MVP.
This is our in-body machine, so you're going to see what you're made of, how much muscle you have, how much fat you have, what type of fat, where is the muscle, where is the fat, and then also super important, how much water do you have and where is the water? Is it inside of your cell or outside of your cell? So the in-body is a super quick process. You get all of this information in about 5 minutes. You just stand on the scale, you hold on to some handles, it sends electrical impulses through your body, nothing you feel, and this prints out immediately. So you'll leave with a piece of paper with all of your results on it, and it will also send it to your phone. We also spend a couple minutes helping you interpret your results so that you can learn what they mean. So you'll leave with a lot of information. It only costs $40. You can get online and sign up for an appointment, or you can call in and make an appointment today.
I like being able to give back to the community, and just our teamwork is really solid. It makes it an incredible place to work because a lot of people enjoy what they're doing and want to help out.
You get to learn every day. You get to meet very unique people. I get to interact with everyone from the clinical staff to the administrative staff. Everyone has something to offer. It's kind of like a million puzzle pieces coming together to make one large, beautiful piece.
Local sports deserve to be done right.
We've got a pair of MVP performances tonight, but we had to hear from the hero. Xander Cyphers hits the game winner tonight. Crazy shot right in front of the Stampede as well. So channel me back to that moment. Relocating, step back three, you knock it down, just the entire environment. Through your eyes, what happened?
All right, so over the summer I've been coming in shooting with Ben Cool with the guns. That exact shot I probably practiced thousands of times. Pretty much right where the gun is. Carter kicked out to me, pump fake, one dribble shuffle, drain it. My shot was feeling good all night. I just couldn't make a shot. It was kind of frustrating, but I just got to keep shooting, and that's why I keep shooting, because I know it's going to hit, but can't leave me open.
I love it, man. I love the confidence. And for you guys, you didn't have a ton early in the game. Fostoria comes out. They kind of took the lead, and they had it for most of the night. So second half adjustments, you guys got right back into it. You take the lead for the first time in the third, and then, of course, eventually you pull it out. So just talk to me about just kind of that battle throughout the night over on your sideline.
Yeah, it was a fiery game. Crap talk between both sides. I think we really took off when one of their players shoved one of ours. It kind of ignited us. Gave us that hustle that we needed, the grit to come back and win the game when we were down so much in the first half. First half, I was in foul trouble. They were in zone. We couldn't get shots knocked down. Real third quarter. Fourth quarter, we came in and we showed them what we do. We hustle, play good D, and you can't beat us on that end of the floor. Can't do it.
First sectional championship of your career. the moment and the memory cutting down the nets. What was yours like?
It was awesome. Like all the student section swarming around us, cheering for us. It's like a movie. Like it's what you picture when you win a sectional championship. But it was awesome. It was a great environment.
Not done yet. 4 straight wins
Yeah.
for this Colts team.
Oh yeah.
How you feeling going into next
Oh,
week?
feeling great. Coach Baum and Coach LeGrand have done a great job with game planning for Fostoria. I have no doubt that we're going to get right back to practice, game plan for whoever won the Galleon Upper Sandusky game, and we're going to be right back tomorrow.
Well, congratulations, hitting the biggest shot probably of your career tonight. Xander Cyphers, our American Homestead Exteriors MVP. Got a little goodie bag for you. Plus, open microphone and a camera. Give some shout-outs, bro.
I want to shout out my amazing teammates, always having trust in me shooting. I want to shout out all the fans for coming out tonight, student section. And I want to shout out Ben Cool for always having me in the gym over the off season, always motivating me, always telling me I can do it.
You make me feel like you guys are going to do it in the next round, man. Go get it done, Xander. Thanks for the time, bro.
Thank you.
We carry supplements that are from companies that do a lot of testing. So they will test their raw ingredients. They'll test them afterwards as well. And they're testing for both purity and then they're also testing for potency. So things like arthritis, inflammatory bowel disease. We have a lot of supplements and also prescriptions we can recommend and lifestyle type things that can help with that as well.
Now got our second MVP performance. Trey Sellers joining us on the microphone now. You're a sectional champion for the first time, my man.
Yes, sir.
What was that experience like?
It felt amazing. Coming into this thing, we knew we had to prepare like every week, and practice went up a notch. So I feel like we prepared very well for this game, and coming in, we had a good plan, and we executed, and it came down to the last second. So
all of your points coming in the second half or overtime. A little bit of a slow start for you offensively, but then in that third quarter, you really picked it up, and I thought you kind of turned the tide of the game. So what you brought in terms of the juice, what do you remember about that third and fourth quarter and just kind of elevating your stock?
Yeah, I got good looks early. They just, didn't fall, so I decided to just keep shooting, and I knew some would fall eventually down the stretch, and just played off that.
Got a winning streak going now for the first time this season, 4 in a row. So what's changed for you guys here at the end of the season that's kind of allowed you to play some of your best basketball?
We bring that energy to practice every day. Coach Baum, he pushes us to be the best team we can be every day, and that plays a lot of the part of our success here lately.
Usually you got to get one of these tough games in the tournament to be able to survive and advance. You're able to do that. So going into the next round, Upper Sandusky or Galleon, they're playing tomorrow night. Not quite sure who the opponent's going to be yet, but where's your confidence level with you and your boys going into the districts?
Yeah, me and my boys were pumped, excited to get the chance to play at districts, and we're one step further than last year, so it's always good to see growth each year, and we're ready to play, man.
Well, congratulations on a big performance. Looking forward to seeing you guys back on display again next week. But before we turn you loose to go continue the celebration, go ahead, look in the camera, give some shout-outs, Trey.
Shout out to my mom and dad. They're in California. Love both you guys. And shout out to both my grandparents. They're at every game. Love them both.
I'm sure they were watching live and free tonight here on the OH Report. Your co-MVP presented by American Homestead Exteriors, Trey Sellers.
Thank you, guys.
Being able to give back to the community, and just our teamwork is really solid. It makes it an incredible place to work because a lot of people enjoy what they're doing and want to help out.
You get to learn every day. You get to meet very unique people. I get to interact with everyone from the clinical staff to the administrative staff. Everyone has something to offer. It's kind of like a million puzzle pieces coming together to make one large, beautiful piece.
Got your post-game show starting now, presented by Global Energy Partners. A lot going on here tonight at Les Houndstein Gymnasium. But the biggest thing, of course, the 57-54 victory for Clear Fork, their first sectional since 2017. You just heard from a couple stars of the show here tonight. Broke it down by the numbers. Just magical, Joe. We were just talking during that commercial break that the end of the season, it's the longest one, of course, winter. You know, it drags out like 16 weeks, but then all of a sudden tournament hits, and this is why we do what we do, man.
Yeah, this is a special time of the year. I mean, high school basketball in Ohio, there's not too many things that are much better than that. And when you get a game like this with two teams that, coming in tonight, we'd be going, hey, we would have liked to have had a lot better regular season. But, for Clear Fork, there's not a better feeling than able to win a tournament game and get a chance to practice again. They have until next Tuesday, so we'll have a lot of time to prepare, and they get a chance that they will get to go. Either of those teams, I would think Clear Fork feels that, hey, man, we got a great shot to win a district game and get to the district finals.
Yeah, absolutely, and a little bit of a built-in advantage playing the night before. You get an opportunity to kind of go see the competition on display.
And you get an extra day that you can kind of rest. I'm not sure. I would imagine tomorrow they're not going to go real hard in practice, but maybe watch some film and correct some things that that they could get better at after tonight's game, and then on Friday, Saturday, and I would imagine even maybe Sunday you're coming in to get prepped for that game because as we've said, it's win and move on or lose and go home, and the part is you want to try to stay as long as you can.
And for the Colts, that's at least one more week of practice, one more game coming up next week at Districts. Of course, the OH Report will be there with the live and free coverage. We'll have that Upper at Galleon game tomorrow night as well. That's going to do it, though, here tonight for this game. Boy, what a fun one that we had here to kind of tip off the boys sectional championships that we've got going down this weekend here live and free on the OH Report. Big tip of the cap to all of our amazing sponsors bringing you the game tonight, including Spherion Mid-Ohio, Mechanics Bank, Global Energy Partners, Wellspring Custom Pharmacy, American Homestead Exteriors, and Avita Home Health and Hospice. Our awesome staff here tonight, Jory Hollenbeck running camera early in the game. Aaliyah Skowronski filled in for the second half. Joe Balogh, as always, tracking the stats, bringing that knowledge. I'm Brian Skowronski, signing out here from the Colt Corral for everybody at the OH Reports. But we'll be back at it again tomorrow, folks. Talk to you then.